The president said this week that the situation on the southern border is going to be chaotic for a while. Given the fact that you've had nearly 2 years to prepare for this moment, how can chaos be the expectation?
Well, I have said for months and months that the challenge at the border is and is going to be very difficult. And we have spoken repeatedly about the fact that that difficulty may actually only increase at this time of transition. It is going to take a period of time for our approach to actually gain traction and show results. And I've been very clear about that. The fundamental reason why we have a challenge at our border, and we've had this challenge many a time before, is because we are working within the constraints of a fundamentally broken immigration system, and we also are operating on resources that are far less than those that we need and that we've requested.
Some of the measures that you have been talking about to put in place to mitigate this surge, some of those aren't even in place yet. It wasn't until 2 weeks ago that you announced these plans to open these regional processing centers. As far as I'm aware, they're not open yet. Of the 1,500 troops that the president deployed, only 550 are actually on the ground. So given how long you have known that Title 42 is ending on May 11th, why aren't all of these measures already in place?
So we have implemented measures well before those few that you identify. Our parole processes would be an example. While we deployed 1,500 additional Department of Defense personnel, we've had 2,500 Department of Defense personnel well in place already. We have surged resources of all types over months and months, not just personnel, but transportation facilities, technology, additional bed space. So we have been, in fact,
you've done all you can at this point.
We have done all we can with the resources that we have and within the system that we are operating under.
I want to ask you a couple of questions, Mr. Secretary. Thanks for being here. First, on the CBP One App that you were speaking about right now, migrants that are speaking to journalists, including our reporters on the ground, have indicated a series of frustrations. They say they're having trouble logging on, they're having trouble getting appointments, they're having trouble with language barriers. Perhaps they speak indigenous languages or others, and they're seeing technical glitches right now. So what specifically is being done to fix that right now, and does that app provide false hope to these migrants coming that will only lead to future frustration and surges like we saw from Venezuelans only a matter of months ago?
So we have seen a tremendous acceptance of the CBP One app. We are utilizing it very effectively. As I referenced earlier in response to the reporter's prior question, that 740 people per day are reaching our port of entry. Those, by the way, are not individuals who've only made appointments, but actually a fraction of the people who have made appointments using the CBP One app. It has proven successful. We have identified glitches, and we've done so not unilaterally, exclusively, but also by speaking with individuals who have used the app, by speaking with migrants here in the United States who have reached the United States, as well as actually going into Mexico and meeting with migrants to understand the challenges, if I may. So we have addressed the challenges of which we are aware. The greatest challenge with respect to the CBP One app is not a technological challenge, but rather the fact that we have many more migrants than we have the capacity to make appointments for. The greatest level of frustration is actually being able to make the appointment, not the utility of the CBP One app itself. That is, again, another example of a broken immigration system.